Hey, what is up, guys? Today I'm going to be giving you a weekly summary of the Vechain ecosystem and some of the things that have been going on within it. And so this is an article by Cream, a strategic investor within Vechain, and it's titled "Why Are So Many Multi-Billion-Dollar Companies Building on Vechain Thor?" And so one of the things that the article really highlights is all the different businesses that are building on it. So you got small to medium enterprises, you got food gates, you've also got Walmart China, which is probably the biggest application on VeChain's blockchain right now. It's a food traceability platform. It's got over 100 products being tracked and traced on it currently, and with over, I believe, 25 suppliers. So this is, the crown jewel that VeChain has on its mainnet currently. And then you got luxury, you got sustainability with Ocean Cleanup, you got fashion with COS and Arquette, which are two brands with under H&M. So you got that going, and then you got VimWorld, and then you've also got Vulcanverse under the entertainment and gaming, and then energy. You got Shanghai Gas, medical trials. We've got Bayer and their platform C Secure. So that's another big one that I believe will be happening on VeChain Thor and burning a lot of Thor. So that's awesome. And then we've got healthcare. So these are not all of the businesses, but this is a good summary of why I'm so bullish on VeChain is because they have all these different enterprises, integrating blockchain into their businesses. So let's go over to VeChain stats, and we'll see we've currently got around 590,000 accounts now. We've got a market cap of about 3.7 billion, 3.75 billion almost, and the day has just reset, so we're around 4 Thor burn right now. And if we look over here, we've got all of the clauses and transactions. So if we take a look here, we've been doing a decent amount. We've had a slowdown in the past couple of weeks, and it's starting to ramp up again. And Sundays are typically a slow day, but I was surprised to not see it take 100,000 in transactions. But also got some mainnet records here. But I want to show you guys some charts over here on VeChain Stats, one of my favorite websites for VeChain data. So let's go over here to accounts with minimal one vet. So this has been growing pretty healthily. And then we've got the active accounts. It's around 20,000 right now. I remember when this used to be just a few thousand, like 4 or 5,000. So it's increased a significant amount. And this was around the first run up when we went up to, I believe, about 6 cents. So that's looking pretty good there. And then if we go over to VeChain Universe, this is another website that I use for tracking VeChain's data. You can see that Walmart China is the biggest burner of VThor on the blockchain by far. And then it's the VThor contract, which is basically sending VThor, and then the Vulcan contract, and then DNV right behind that. So let's take a look at some news that also came out, I believe, about a couple weeks ago, but they had about an update that Norsk Hydro was going to be using VeChain and DNV's Tag Trace and Trust service. And Norsk Hydro is one of the largest aluminum companies in the world. So it's so bullish that they were able to get this company on board. And on top of that, you could imagine if they can tag, trace, and trust aluminum, they can do that with a whole ton of other products like copper or steel or a whole bunch of other things. So I'm super bullish on this, and DNV as a company for VeChain is so significant, and the channel partners of VeChain is kind of what sets it apart from all the other blockchains. So let's take a look at this next thing about Vexchange. So this is the decentralized exchange on VeChain. This is like the Uniswap that's on Ethereum, but this is the Vexchain on VeChain. So this is an update that they'll be getting. This is the version 2, I believe they're going to be calling it. And so this is what the UI looks like. It's a lot sleeker, a lot nicer. I like the color scheme and everything, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then on top of just the UI update and all that, they also will be having some additional features such as price oracles, flash loans, VIP 180 to 180 pairs, and some more stuff. So I believe this will really spark some DeFi usage on VeChain, and that is going to be, I think, a really bullish thing to start happening on VeChain, because one of the things that's missing on VeChain, I believe, is kind of users and the community development. and so to see more of that happening is bullish, because we know that the foundation kind of has the enterprise adoption kind of on lock. So if we can mix both the enterprise adoption with the community adoption, I think the future will be even brighter for VeChain. Another update is that we have an AMA coming up with Sunny Liu, the CEO, on the 16th with Crypto.com. I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping it's not just for newcomers and it's kind of more into the nitty gritty, some more questions, and hopefully we can hear some more things from Sunny. We haven't heard from him in a while, so it'll be nice to get some updates from him, because he usually gives us something. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully they are taking questions, and I'll try to see if we can't get some questions added to the stream. All right, and I also wanted to show you guys the VeChain Reddit. I would say it's probably one of the most active subreddits of all of crypto, outside of probably like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like the daily has like 400 comments. We've got almost 100,000 members. This has been growing pretty quickly, so I'm really looking forward to having this hit 100,000. It was probably around like 70,000, maybe like a month and a half ago. So it's been growing pretty quickly. So that's really good to see. And people are pretty helpful, and there's a lot of information here about VeChain that you can find out more. So let's look at VeChain on CoinGecko. So we've got Bitcoin at 50,758, and we've got VeChain down here at 23 currently, or 22. I don't know. It's yeah, well, I guess, yeah, it'd be 22, but it's 23 right now, whatever. It's outside the 20s right now. It was just around probably like 28, 29 not too long ago, just a couple days ago. It's kind of had a really nice run the past 7 days, as you can see, 40%, outpacing most of the stuff around it other than a couple of coins. And so VeChain, I think, is still, undervalued even at 23, because when I just take a look at some of the things above it, I mean, you got Dogecoin, that's almost, double what VeChain is. And then you've got things like Bitcoin Cash, still this far high. So I think the future is really bright for VeChain. So I think the best bet is just kind of dollar cost averaging into it, and just generating VThor, and just sitting on your assets and just waiting patiently. So I'm pretty bullish on VeChain. I'm expecting that break into the top 20 here shortly. We've got some updates coming along, like the POA 2.0. And then we've also got the DeFi stuff coming from Vexchange. So I'm expecting there's plenty of catalysts to come around, and I feel like in this most recent wave, that more and more investors got hip to VeChain. And when you get hip to VeChain, or when you first buy a coin in a bull market, you're buying because it's going up. And then after you buy and maybe it goes down, you start maybe researching it, and you're like, oh, okay, well, there's this. Okay, they're working with this company. Oh, they're working with Walmart China, with PwC, with DNV. Okay, with Deloitte. Okay, this is a pretty real company. And then you start upping your investment into the company as well. And so I feel like we are starting to see that tipping point start to come for VeChain, where more and more people are realizing that they've kind of been sleeping on it, and it's kind of the real deal. So I'm pretty happy about that as well. So if we look over here on Binance on the chart, this is the 4 hour. It's been looking pretty good, just been trending straight up since we had that first initial run up to 6, traded sideways for a little bit, dumped back down all the way to like 3.7, and now it's recovered up back to like 5.8. So this is pretty bullish. It hasn't really closed any candles above this area, so it's really good to see it start trading here. So I'm looking forward to it breaking 6, and hopefully running to around 7.5, 8 cents in the coming weeks or so. Outside of that, my target for VeChain probably for the end of the year, if things are just humming along, they continue to add enterprise clients. I think we could see 20, 25 cents is what I would like to see for the end of the year. And that's hoping that they go from burning, let's say, 5, 6, 7 million VThor a day to something like 30, 35, 40 a day. So I think that would warrant a significant price increase. And then I think the added speculation and people just realizing, okay, we should be owning VeChain. I think will help take this coin kind of a lot further than where it's at right now. All right, guys. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed and got some value out of this, please like and comment down below. Or if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be sure to get to them. Appreciate you guys watching all the way too, and have a good one. Peace.